Hi, this is Tom Hignite. This is another guerrilla shooting. No special lighting, no special makeup. I need a lot of that. And nothing for stopping if the script gets a little bit long. Hopefully it'll get real short. This is a house that's in back of us that we built a while ago. It's actually the same house morphed into a different exterior and a lot of design changes because this was built maybe 3 or 4 years ago. This one we just finished, the folks are going to be moving into. You can see how it's a very contemporary take on the house that you just saw. Step in a little closer. It has a few first things that I've never done before, including two colors on 2 different garage doors. So let's just take a look at that first, because I think that's kind of a hoot. The house is obviously a contemporary take on an old salt box, a square shape, and contemporary lends itself well to that because it is a square type look, and we're embracing that with all the square patterns. You see the garage doors, come a little bit further over. They're both the same height, but one's been made taller looking with the little white square over it. The other one, the gray. We're using grays and whites. And come on, let's come a little closer yet. The grays and whites are being picked up in the trim that goes around it. You notice we have gray trim around the garage door, the small one, gray trim on wherever there's gray siding, we have gray trim, white trim. So it's a nice little mix. Look at the side, what we did just for a little design element up on that second story, how we kind of carried that up a little bit on there. If you wanted to see what the back looked like, it just started raining here today, so I don't want to get too much mud on the feet of the cameraman, or myself for that matter, but I do want you to take a peek at the back side. So let's do that. When you look at the back side of this house, oh, it's not too muddy. Hasn't rained in a few days. Most back sides of homes are not much attention is paid to them. This one you can see we've done a little bit with the white, the gray in the middle. So it's set up a little different than what you might normally expect. And as long as we're going around, shall we? Let's go the rest of the way here. It's a pretty nice wooded lot out here in Hartford, Wisconsin. You can see our bank of windows here. The 12 feet, 3-foot glass, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, a little spacer in between. We'll see that from the inside in a few moments. Let's go around this side and see where this hits. Take a look at what we've done to this side. Again, keeping with these design elements, this could have all been one color of siding. Another little note that we're giving you here, not only going to 2 colors of siding, 2 colors of trim where you've got the gray against the gray and the white surrounding the white areas, but we've also used a wider siding here. This is a 4-inch reveal, vinyl siding, and this is a 3-inch reveal. So I've got a triple 3, means 3 pieces of on 1 piece that you buy, and this is 2 4 inches on 1 piece that you buy. So let's continue the trek around. A little landscaping left to do. This house I had done once before out in Slinger, Wisconsin, this design, and the brick was required in this subdivision. The home was really designed to look great without any brick at all, and I actually prefer it without the brick, but some people have liked it. We tried to find a white brick. This is from County Materials. It's a crystal white, they call it, and it has a great, it's as close as I could come to a white stone or white brick, so that's what we came up with. I wanted it to blend in with the white pattern on the house, and you can see how, by the way, we have a multi-step sidewalk here, so be real careful, Mr. Cameraman. You can see how we brought the white into the area in the front of the garage by making the garage trims a little longer and putting the white in between, right underneath each window. Those over here, we have the gray square in the middle forming the door idea, and we have the little window over the door. This is sort of an extended porch. It's actually an old idea that you see in some older homes, but carried off in a contemporary fashion. You look up here, you see the little bracket boards that are kind of interesting. The bracket boards are placed every here and there on the home. If you went back and looked at the video again, you'd see them elsewhere on the home as well. So if you come in here and just take a look at the sides here, peek around. You can see that we have 2 feet maybe of width here, and the same on the opposite side right over there. So I'm going to open up the door, I'm going to kick off my shoes, and I'm going to go inside. I'm going to get out of your way a little bit so you can get a first impression. I want you to see the general look of the home here. There we go. So you just kind of stay right at the door there. I'll travel way back here. You can see that the first thing you see is a fireplace, and it's centered on this partial wall that's on this side, stairs on that side. Take a step over. There you go. See how that kind of centers in there? So it gives you a nice inviting feel. Invites you to come into the home. You also get a little bit of a reveal over here, so step back a couple of steps. This is an interesting idea. Instead of doing a solid wall, which we built many times in this newest version of home, this also gives me this sort of a triangular feel. As you come into the home, if you step over here, let's step into the dining room. This is a little bit of a, could be a dining room, doesn't have to be a dining room. And you see how this is treated with just different colors on this side to create that triangular feel. Look at what we've done to the other 2 walls in the distance. We've taken and invited you in with the same shape as that wall. We've done a little drywall layering, which means that this is pushed out. It's another layer of drywall to form this piece. So it really gives you this triple invitation into the home as you're coming into the home. So we've used ceramic tile floors. We've used, this is a graphite look to it. It's really neat. If you get closer, you can see it's not just gray. You see how that looks? Yeah, there you go. And we've done corners very artistically. It's so easy to just take a home and say, let's just do all round corners or all square corners. But in our homes, a lot of times, it's where the effect is going to be best utilized, sort of an artistic idea. So if you come around to this side, you'll see that on the very same post, we're using this, we call it step A, which is a square, and a round. And we've used that sort of to introduce you as you're going through this square archway into the dining room. And we've repeated that, stay right back there a bit, and you'll see that we have this square archway going into the great room. It doesn't continue on this side, but we've got that here. We've used the layered drywall here, so we get this little bit of a return here, which I think is really nice. Details, right? And then over here we have a coat room. Why don't you step back 2 steps into the dining room area there, which by the way doesn't have to be a dining room. Rain glass, so it's obscured glass. And this is a doorless closet. It's private. You can sit over here, and we have this little treatment with the square and the round going around this entrance too. If you go in there, you'll see that we have some hanging area on the left. Okay. Step back one more time. Yeah, now you see the proximity. So you come in the home and you can hang your things, and there is a long window in there. So we can ring around the rosy and get you a little dizzy. Over here, this long window does not go to an outside wall. It's 6 feet tall, almost touches the ground, and it goes to the next room, which is the laundry room, which passes light, natural light from that room into this room just by means of light going through a room. We'll see that in a minute. So into the great room we go, noticing the general look. Stay right at the entrance there, and I'm going to give you an idea of size by me stepping over here. Ta-da! There's the size. I think if this whole room is 30 feet long approximately, 30 and a half foot or so. This area here is about 16 and a half or so from half the room. It's 30 some by 30 some. It's almost a square going this way and that way. Let's get you way into that back corner there of the dining room. The dining room can be set up like a lounge room. It could be an extension of this. Since we have the same kind of flooring throughout the home, you can push the furniture in any position you want. So you're seeing a nice view there. It's one of the picture views when I'm snapping things. I like that view. Let's step you over to this side over here. Just giving you sort of a four corners, in this case a few more than four corners, so you can see the entire extent of the room. These are those windows you saw outside. You notice how we brought them as tight into the corner as possible, so they're going straight to the corner. You notice that they're only 1 foot up off the ground. The newest version we're doing of this, outside I showed you how these were 12 feet, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. we're now doing this with our newest generation out of 4-foot windows. So a 4-foot window is going to be this wide. No post here. Trying to get rid of the post, make you feel like you're living outside. Another window goes here, and then the last window would take up same amount of space, but bigger, if you know what I mean. More glass. Also, we're taking that glass, and instead of stopping a foot from the floor, we're going right down to the floor. So these are sort of an urban city feel home, and we're trying to give you that urban city feel like you're in a skyscraper because the glass is brought to the ground there. So contemporary urban. If you haven't seen this before on other videos, we do a little bit more of an extensive view of this on another video to show how this built-in 9-foot long piece of granite table, depending what you option on the top, can be pushed in or out with the furniture. If you pulled this out during a party, you could seat another 3 people on here, and you can put another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there, so you have a 9-person table. So you may not have any use for the dining room setup over there. We've had people set that up just with couches and wingback chairs, and I think that when we're trying to redefine how the American home or any home is being built and designed, I think this is the next step. At least for us it is. I hope it is for others too. But the idea is that the dining room phased out. The dining room is still in some homes, of course. It's not quite as out as it was even 4 or 5 years ago. But the dining room is kind of an out thing. A lot of people have no use for it. The dinette bay, which we still do, you can do that as an option on this house, I've also phased out. So this is a room without a dining room, potentially, without a dinette. So the next generation of where do you eat is eat-in kitchen. So this is eat-in kitchen. This is also known as a baker's island because it's 30 inches high, the same height as any other table in a house. So you're sitting at a traditional height table. And by the way, if you would sit here for a moment as a camera person and just take a look as to what the view would be from here, you can see how if you were in this view, start way on the left over there if you would, and you can see the dining room over there, and I'll get in the shot a little bit, and you can see how it goes over to the window view, the TV. This is a 42-inch or 43-inch rather, so you can put a 60-inch there pretty comfortably. The new ones are actually giving you an extra foot of wall here. We're bringing, giving you a little bit more space. So you could do an 80-inch or so there. We have a outlet underneath on the floor. I won't show it to you underneath here, but you can see how you can then reposition your furniture in different manners. Over here on the fireplace, we have a raised fireplace. So there's no hearth. It's very contemporary. Wood on the top, drywall here, and this has just a great look to it. So you can see it if you're sitting on this couch. It really puts out the warmth. So if you have someone in the family who likes to be a little warmer than anyone else, seat them here, lay them down on the couch, feet up there. Oh, it's just a great thing. We have something similar like that at my home. There's some backlighting behind here. You can stand up, take a peek. The backlighting here looks really great at night. You can see how we have the string of track lights here. We have that on the other side of the fireplace too. Quick view of the kitchen here. I think you'll notice that gray is the thing for this generation. We're using our well-born cabinets. You'll notice we're putting all of our handles horizontal. This is a few lights burnt out here. I wish I could show this to you better, but you'll see that this has a graining to it. This is oak. Here, step a little closer. This is an oak grain cabinet. Oak has been out for a few years, but we are bringing it back heavy. So put that next to the smooth grain or the smooth cabinet here, and you'll see how great that looks together. They play off of each other. Putting the black or the dark, this is called coffee color. Putting the coffee color or with the stove, putting the coffee color with the refrigerator, putting the coffee color on the mid island here, which by the way, the new version of the house, this island grows quite a bit. It becomes almost a square coming out this way, which is really nice. So look for that in the new version. If you look at the kitchen over here from that side, you'll see our gray cabinets are continued. We have a nice recycler bin type garbage can idea there. Not actually recycler because there'd be two of them. but a tall 42-inch cabinet here, and then the shorter ones here. 3 lights are burnt out here, but we do have this blast of light with track lights behind here. You take a peek on inside and see how that works. And then if you change positions with me and go over to the corner over here, do a little bit more of a spin around, show you the pantry. Pantry is a pretty nice size, and we try to make our pantry so we can keep the doors completely open, use them, because you still have a degree of privacy. You don't have to close and open your door all the time to keep people from not seeing the mess. So you want to step inside and take a peek at that. It's just a quick one. And lastly, from that angle, if you look outside the pantry, hi again, over here on this side, we've got a refrigerator cabinet that I showed you a moment ago. But notice how it's pulled out, so it's closer to the front of here. Most refrigerator cabinets are pushed way back, and by pulling that out, that just gives you a lot more usability. The oak on the doors, the oak on the trim, it's just a different look, and it looks contemporary. You notice we're using the chrome doorknobs and hardware and such. We're using the dark, this is a laminate floor. This is a mixed color laminate floor. It has a grooved edge to it, and it has about a 6-inch reveal on the width of the planks. This is just placed in here. Very good for dogs because it has a little bit of a tooth to it, a little bit of graining built in. It sure has come a long way, if you look at it in the light there a little bit, it sure has come a long way from looking like a piece of countertop laying on the floor. And that's what laminate had gotten a bad rap for that. We're now starting to use a lot of vinyl plank, which looks very similar to that, only it can handle water, where laminate's a little bit more touchy with a lot of heavy water usage. This flows on the entire first floor into the powder room. We have a little bit of a cabinet over here for the kitchen, and as you come in here, we have our infamous decorator racks here, which a lot of people put hardcover books. Not that anyone reads them anymore because they all look at their iPads, but the books in here, you have a teepee ceiling. I don't know if that pulls off well in video, but this is a peaked ceiling in here. It's a powder room. We wanted to see something special, a little piece of furniture over here instead of your traditional. We have the nice bowl, and done different varieties of that. Let's go into the laundry room. The laundry room over here, 16 feet long. You also notice it has a window over here. This is the window that you saw before from that room in the, what I call a coat room. And the light, the natural light from this transfers through into the coat room through here. Room-to-room windows, great idea. But if you're going to do a room-to-room window, make sure you have another window close by so that it can transfer some light through into it. So we'll go and look at a little countertop here. People sometimes put lockers here. In the garage, in this one, you saw the 2-color garage doors. I'll run way over here, and you can then see how big this garage really is. It's a 30-foot long garage. Normally the garage isn't this long, but obviously we're doing some things here to make this a nice big garage for the folks. And we'll take a 4th corner right over there. So it's normally a 2-car garage. Many times the garage door is put on the front of the building. These are obscured glass, so you don't have any vision problems. From the outside they look clear. Come on in. We'll go on and take a look upstairs and downstairs, with downstairs perhaps being the first shot. When you come in from the back door, you're coming in with your groceries. You're going to be able to unload your groceries very easily into the kitchen, okay? When you're coming in from there with boxes, you're going to be able to travel right around this corner and go right to the basement. So I'm going to just run down here. You stay there a moment, get some idea of length and size. There you are. You can come right on down. And I'm going to walk over to this side. There you are. This is 30 feet, and as we saw upstairs, you know, I'm underneath where those windows were in the corner, and you're standing right by the front door, literally where the front door would be. So here you see a different setup. We a lot of times do this with squared off couches going this way and 2 on the wall. But here we have a table area. This could be a pool table area too if you needed space for that. We have this great FX, that's an F and an X brand Formica, their highest line. Looks really nice with the new effects brand with much longer repeat pattern every 5 feet instead of every half of that every 30 inches. And back here in back of the bar, we have some nice cabinetry here, again in the oak, and a nice tall piece of cabinetry here with, you can put a TV here. TV has conduit, so you can chase future items down under here into a cabinet right under here for your electronics. Your electronics is also run all the way from here to that TV wall. And there's just a 50 or 55-inch TV there, but you obviously could do anything you like. If you wanted to option in, you could do a projector. Over here, you could option in, spinning you around over here, you could option in a stove and a vent and some different things back here. Refrigerator would normally go here. There's no door on here because it just takes up extra space to have that cabinet door sticking out there. So your countertop is cut in such a way that you can pull the refrigerator forward and go under there. People put a popcorn machine here, kind of an interesting idea. And of course, we have the wet bar over here. So as you come into this area, you'll see we're using different colors. Here we have a lot of Sherwin-Williams paint. This is Grand Santan, Dover White. This is, it'll come to me, but it hasn't. So here we have that round cornering here. And Black Fox, got it, it did come to me. Black Fox, Sherwin-Williams. This is the oak again. Here we're going to smooth doors. Upstairs we had the 3-panel Craftsman look. This is a future bathroom. So it has, looks like it needs a future light bulb replaced because it's a little dark back there. But the door over there that you see can go into your storage area. And this is going into the future bathroom. This would be a knockout for a door that you could put a future bedroom in here. So if you look at the theater area, here, let me close that up. If you look at the theater area here, you can see that we've got this nice backlighting here. You come on closer, take a peek at how that really plays out. And some people might say, you know, I don't want lighting on my TV area. Well, that's not a problem. With track lights, you can just take those light tracks off. They just click right off and put them wherever you want. Maybe you only want to put them on the sides, which really looks good. But we have this long track light here and these sort of a proscenium that you would see in a movie theater. Sort of a mock look going around the screen like a stage. And why don't you go in that corner and get a long look at the room from this direction. These are just floor lamps. Those are not, they look really nice, but they're just floor lamps. From Pier 1, by the way, as is our piece of art right there, as is our table right here, as these are from Target. If you ever want to know where any of the items we bought came from, I can show you. These couches are from Menards, Target table over there. Just keep going and going. We can put five stools on this side easy. I have 4 right now with a blank spot and another one there. So you can do 6 stools there. And as we leave the basement, yeah, go to the other corner. There we go. Thank you. You're remembering beyond what I am. So if you come into the back room here, let's show you what I was talking about before. With the storage area, you know, the problem when you finish out a whole basement is you don't have any storage left. This is my burnt out light. Oh, my burnt out light bulb. That is the spot to put the future bath tub or shower. That is the spot for the future toilet. You'd have a wall going in this way. You'd have a sink underneath here. No headroom problems because, you know, we put another wall here for the sink there. Put the toilet right around the corner here. Put the tub or shower here. And if you look at what we've done here with the door, we've got framing in here for the future door to be knocked out. We don't have any electrical going through here, so all you have to do is cut out the drywall and put another door here. You put a wall here. This forms the bedroom. You can see our egress windows in the corner right over here. And if you spin around, go into that corner over there if you would. I will open up the door over here to give you a little bit more light in our burnt out light area. There we are. And this shows you how easy it is to get your storage in to the basement. Come on over here. When you're going down the stairs, you just go right into your storage area. You don't have to go through finished area, which is always something we try to do. Try to keep you away from having to go through finished area, that is to say. And up we go. Let's take a look at the upstairs on this one. We offer this and had built this in a 4-bedroom house, and this is now presented as a 3-bedroom home. On the way up, you'll notice that the stairs is a very heavy grade, very gorgeous, kind of a pattern of waves to it. It's a commercial grade type carpet, so it'll wear like iron. So we think. We'll see. Time will tell, right? So the tall ceiling here, starting to mix in some of the Grand Sand tan color that you saw in the basement. Bathroom over here, bedroom straight ahead, another bedroom over there. We have some switches up on these decorator shelves, so you can switch the lights on and off and do something nice up there. But come on into the master. I'm going to close this door for a moment. Proper presentation means everything, right? So stand over in that general area, go around the corner, get a long view of the room. Call this a 5-star resort bedroom or something to that effect, because it really is big. I mean, look at the ceiling. If you look up there, see how we did the drywall build out, coming up and around. And the windows are imitated. You saw that on the outside below. So the windows are right below, going to the corner, just like we did in the great room. And if I switch places with you, if you could go over there, you'll get an idea of the size of this room. A lot of interesting things. This alcove here, for example, with the square corners and with that square and round here, little round here. A lot of selections of where to put the paint and how to make this place really pop. Putting lights in the corners of the rooms. There's one right above where you are, and there's one right here. So when you walk in, you have this great framing of light on each side of the room. If you can put light in your corners, the rooms will look bigger. So a lot of times you'll see me putting lights in my corners. The tall closet here. This is the smaller closet. I really envision this for seasonal clothes, although some people have called it the his closet as the his and hers. It's a smaller one of the two somehow. But here, come on over and take a look at the closet. And I will take you into the other closet then right after that. This could have been 2 hangings areas. It could have been 3 if we would have gone all the way up. But you notice we didn't bring this wall all the way up at the top. It's a doorless closet again. Doing a lot with the doorless closets. Really wide hallway, a lot of space here. Close the door, take a look over the door. We have a transom window, which again is sort of an older item. We've got, but it's done in a contemporary way. We've got the sconce lights here, the wall lights. This is a closet that, if you look up at my hand here, can you see that? There's no ceiling on here, all right? And take a look inside for space. I'll stay out of your way. You can get an idea of the space maybe a little better without me standing in the way. But there you see the top, how it's open. So if I turned off the lights in here, just to show you how that would look, watch how the light still comes in over the top. So when you talk about a green living type home, doing things like that help quite a bit. I try to make the home so you don't have to turn on lights in any room if you want to get daylight into at least some degree of daylight. Here you have a cabinet, again with the oak with the coffee color from Wellborn Cabinets. Here we have this long countertop, 9 feet long, beautiful half in, half out sinks. If you don't like the bowls that sit on top, you don't like the ones that go all the way in, this is kind of a cross between the two. A big drawer bank here, and the open area here for your hamper baskets. So you can do 2 hamper baskets each side for his and hers. And then the private toilet area. Now this is for another couple of grand, we could make this with a tiled shower, but we have a conventional fiberglass shower here. We have a window here. We have the elongated raised toilet here. Let's change positions. You can look inside. By the way, if you notice the subtlety, we changed to white woodwork, where we had the darker woodwork downstairs, and we have the white woodwork here with the dark shoe around, so you don't get your white trim all dirty when you mop the floors. We have the dark trim to kind of match the cabinet in there. And this is another effects piece of countertop from Formica brand, their highest end line that they carry, the effects. So let's go outside into the other two bedrooms. This is the bathroom here. Could be done with two sinks. We do this in a little bit different version where we widen this out just a little bit. But here we have a nice spot for a waste paper basket. That is a striped Formica top, which is very popular. Little bathtub looking sink. This sink here works great for cleaning small animals. It's a great little bathtub sink. And behind the door, if you step over there, you'll see that we have a series of shelves that are for your towels, and it kind of hides behind the door most of the time, so you never see it. Nice way to go with that. So let's show you what we have here. This is sort of the ooh and the ah room a little bit. It's our friendly zebra on the bed here. We've done this a little bit with the outdoorsy look. I had some vases up there, but we've already started tearing the house apart because everything's coming down as of tomorrow or day after tomorrow. The folks are coming in to look at it to make sure it's all in good shape. Does anybody know what this means? If you don't, you haven't seen The Wizard of Oz. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. A lot of people catch that. Some people don't. Some cute little things in here. We've done some backlighting behind here. We've taken our 6 foot tall giraffe and put him up on a shelf in the back behind here. Here, step around and take a look at how we did that, by the way. If you're looking for a cute decorating idea. We've just used Gorilla Tape, kind of like a duct tape, and taped those reeds onto the back of there. Give it a nice kind of savanna look. And over here, taken a square room, which does fit a queen size bed normally, and we've really made it different feel to it. We played off just this one simple angle on this wall to give you a angle shot into the bed when you first come in. Oh, my tiger is down. I had a great leopard up here. We have someone who's a little anxious to take down product and get this house moved out. Oh, here it is. It ended up with my tiger right in here. I took him off of the top ledge and put him there. So this is actually going over the stairs. You'll notice how we're expanding the space in the room by going over the stairs. And instead of just putting a wall here, as most designers and builders do, by doing that, that gets us this extra hanging space, which is kind of nice. Again, the doorless closet idea. Let's go around and take a look at the last bedroom. The last bedroom, interesting because trying to show what you can do without doing anything for color. By the way, this is a layered wall. You see how this layer added on to each side and how we fit that in. It's a little more expensive to do that than it is just to do a flat wall there. So take a look at the big room here. This is quite the fan there too, if you look at the fan. This room here will fit 2 beds, obviously, and a dresser over here, which has a chair in it now because I didn't want to carry up the dresser, and a doorless closet over here. But notice just the little things we've done with the windows. Because this has this contemporary tall front, we're able to get these extra high windows in both rooms and keep the window, or keep the ceiling height at 11 feet in a kid's bedroom. Step right over where I am here, if you would. That house I showed you at the beginning, that's right over there. You can see how the front bedroom window, we wouldn't be able to do that. It'd just be 8 feet high, because it would look kind of funny to take a traditional house that's 8 or 9 foot first floor and then suddenly go to 11 feet on the second floor. So the contemporary look, you're able to cheat a little bit and do some things that are different. So take a look in the doorless closet. All right, spin around and take a look at another reason why we do some of these odd shaped rooms. Because when you're designing with furniture in mind, as I do with all the homes, I design furniture first. I see so many homes that have big rooms and the furniture won't work because the designer is an architect that has nothing to do with decorating. They just know how to design square boxes or round boxes or whatever. But to be able to place your furniture is so important in a house. So this is showing you how in a relatively small bedroom you can do this. You could also put a queen bed here. But that little setback there was so important for us being able to get an end table in if you opted to do the bed arrangement like this, with the 2 twin beds. So there you go. That's about it for this time. I'm Tom Hignite, and I will see you next time.